name's Antonia. Your favorite True Blood vloggers have come together to share with you our favorite moments and some of our not so favorite moments from this past season. Sit back, relax, enjoy this show, grab yourself a bottle of True Blood. I got myself a pack of Be Positive. Up first, Brian and Andy share with you their highlights from season 3.
We are not going away. We're not disappearing.
Oh God! Oh, that flight!
Oh my
You doing
God.
okay?
I'm doing fine.
Well, at least you didn't get stuck next to that screaming baby the whole way back like I did. It was
Bitch, please.
Oh, thank God for these.
Stop it. Oh my God. Couldn't get fast enough. Oh.
Wark.
Hi everybody, I'm Brian.
And I'm Andy.
And we are from Bloodwork. And we've been actually vacationing the last couple of weeks in Feyland, the world of the Fey.
Hey, Claudine.
They have some wonderful outlet stores. So, Andy, what was your #1 highlight moment of the season?
Oh my God. Out of the starting gate, Bill and Sam, sexual romance. I will always remember that scene because it was cheeseball and amazing and funny and sexy.
You're choking up over it.
I just...
Are you verklempt?
I need to cool down a little bit. He had to drink Bill's blood to come back from sacrificing himself to Marianne and saving the world. So he had these sex fantasies, and then the fantasy stopped. What? After like drinking all of that blood, you have one fantasy and then it goes away. That's not fair.
So my highlight of the season was Soup to Nuts, Russell Edgington. I think he is the greatest villain. He brought with him this amazing gravity and at the same time brilliant comedy. His showing up with that candy dish full of Talbot and the music changing to that was the highlight of every episode for me. Even when he wasn't ripping the spine out of some poor newscaster. He was what I'll remember from this season.
He rode in on a horse. He rode in on a white horse, ladies and gentlemen. That's class.
And if you're gonna ride the white horse.
Yes. Sing it!
Wark.
As a unit, we wanted to discuss one of the other major elements of the season, which was where we just returned from.
Fairyland. What?
True Blood.
Craziness.
You are giving fairies a bad name. Okay. Fairyland needs to be renovated, overhauled. They need to get rid of that chandelier, first and foremost. What can they do to make it better?
Well, they could start running a strip joint like they do in the books. Because, you know, they need to come and make their way into reality. That whole, like, Jean Tout commercial thing has to go.
They need to bring the thunder from down under. They need to get it oiled up and on stage. And we're going to write down the name of the character from the entire season with whom we would most like to do bad things. 3, 2, 1.
Ooh, we got those shifters in the house.
We're some shifty fellas.
Sam, you had that little, like, ducky-doo dog...
Duck's ass?
Duck ass hairdo, and you got, you know, you were so cute, and in the very first episode you caught my attention, and you were so... Even when you were bad, you were cute.
You made hoe cakes. Okay. I said Alcide. True, they didn't give him anything to do.
But really,
nothing
what
to do.
did he have to do?
What did he have to do, though?
He just had to sit there.
Alcide's awesome. I'm so glad he's coming back.
If we had to pick one, that would be it.
Wark.
Those were our highlights.
We're still alive.
We're still alive. We're back from Faye. Don't worry. And we'll be back for next season's True Blood, and we're very excited about it. And thanks to our fellow vloggers for having us as a part of this project. And thank you for watching.
Thanks, Brian and Andy. You know what's so funny is that I just went to Fairyland a few weeks ago myself. I wanted to pick up that new cologne tablet for my boyfriend, Eric Northman. We just started dating, so... Eric. Speaking of obsessing over fictional characters, let's get into my highlights and lowlights. Oh yeah, and Alex is in it too. Hey everybody! For this special episode, we're dressed as brother and sister team Suki and Jason.
I don't remember Suki having big holes in her ears though.
Yeah, well, I don't remember Jason having on a girl's shirt, so...
What girl? This is a girl shirt?
Yeah. Anyway, let's get into our highlights from season 3.
This is a girl shirt?
When I was thinking about what I wanted to do for my highlights for season 3,
What you thinking about?
one person came to mind.
Who?
Eric.
Oh, man.
Eric. We saw the sensitive side, we saw the strong side, but my favorite scene from this season was when...
Let's go.
Okay, when Suki goes to Fantasia, she's looking for Bill, and then she goes down to the dungeon, and then we see Eric and Yvette banging it out. I loved that scene. I mean, we saw great sex. We got to see Eric's ass. I know you like that, Rouse. All the sex in this season was so violent. Like, there was no, like, love making at all. The Tara and Franklin sex scene, and then we had the Bill and Suki sex scene. Yes, I forgot all about that disturbing shit. So yeah, back to my original point. Seeing Eric's ass, I loved it. So that's my moment.
My favorite part of the season 3 was Sam Merlotte's crazy thing that he was doing, where he was just going around drinking, beating people half to death, shooting people, robbing people. You saw a whole different sides of Sam. My favorite scene is really when he tries to calm the situation down with his brother and the Werepanthers. The guy calls him a pussy and he snaps and kicks this dude's ass. I'm talking, beats him half to death, literally. They gotta give him some vamp blood to cure him. Only for the guy to get shot in the face later on, but it's okay. But Sam once before was an outer shell or a mask, and I think that what you're seeing now is the real him.
I still love Sam, though.
He still kicks ass in a kick-ass way. So, cool.
Yeah. I want to see more Lafayette Eric interaction.
I want to see more Kenya. Yes, Kenya, the deputy.
It is Deputy Jones, and I'd appreciate you addressing me as such.
I want to see less of Tara and her new hairdo.
Suki and Bill.
Less. I want Bill to go away. We're done with you. We want Eric.
That wasn't a part of the question, but okay. More of Andy.
You know what's so funny? Andy literally had that cast on the entire season. And just one drop of that V that he's looking at in his drawer would get that cast off permanently. Come on, man.
He's gonna get it.
I mean, he was already an alcoholic. Maybe he might get addicted to V.
Oh, no, you did not just do that.
It blew your mind.
Just...
I want to see more kids next season. Please bring on the kids. That's the only thing I'm allowed to watch. And second of all, the killing is just kill.
So more kids, like the Hotshot kids, Arlene's kids.
Where's Vampire Bill?
Thank you. More lights. Alright, so we've reached the end of our highlight reel. We'd like to thank you, the fans. See you next season, season 4. And yeah.
Stay thirsty.
Stay thirsty. Q drink some light. Yeah, everyone's looking forward to seeing you in some tight-ass shirts next season.
That's why I fill every glass with toilet water.
Yeah, it's all fun and games until someone gets light in their eye. He had to go to the hospital for that. No, he didn't. Speaking of not having a segue, let's get into what Brandy has to say about this past season.
Hi everyone, it's Brandy from Brandy Lovely TV. I have to start off by saying that having to choose something favorite about this season was so hard. It was extra hard because I love this season, okay? But I managed, you know, I managed. And I broke down my faves with the favorite quote, favorite person, and a favorite event that took place this season. Now, my favorite quote has to be when Andy Belfleur was talking to Jason about Jason freaking out. You know, he's like, you're going to blow our cover, you need to calm down and be the old Jason. And Jason's like, I don't want to be the old Jason, I want to be the new Jason. And so Andy's like, look, you know, conscience off, gone. I thought that was so funny, and that has to be my favorite quote. My favorite person this season, although some of the main characters, I love them more than others, my favorite person this season was actually Franklin. I loved Franklin. Every time he was on screen, him and Tara together, or just him by himself, I love me some Franklin. He was hilarious. I mean, the way he would just, you know, go from 0 to 100 and just act crazy. And, you know, I love Franklin. He was also very comical. He made me laugh every time he was on screen, for him breaking down crying because Tara didn't love him and she tried to run away. I thought he was just crazy, and I thought he was very funny. And I also was sad to see him go. I would have loved to see Franklin at least last until the end. And my favorite event, this woman put like a thorn in my side the whole time, anytime she was on screen. So I have to say the death of Lorena. I love when they staked Lorena. I loved it because she was just ill. If y'all watch any of my videos, y'all know that I could not stand Lorena. Lorena was just a nuisance to me, and you know, Suki my girl. So I just wanted Lorena to be out of the picture. So I was so happy when she got staked. And that has to wrap up my favorite quote, my favorite person, and my favorite event of this True Blood Season 3.
Thanks, Brandy. Let's get into the Eve Olympics.
Welcome to the 2010 True Blood Eve Olympics. The race was tight this year for most evil, but in the finals we have Russell Edgington, Franklin Mott, and the Wonder Twin duo of Mrs. F and Biscuits.
Franklin Mott is creative in his approach by glamoring Tara and tying her to the toilet. He demonstrates both speed and agility with a carefully crafted text to Lafayette.
Jeff Frost, I type motherfucker.
He masters that delicate balance beam of crazy and pathetic and maintained a twisted sympathy from the audience. Going out with a bang, literally, what a show.
Love you.
Summer maintained a ridiculous caricature from start to finish. She threw her entire artillery at Hoyt. Boobs, Biscuits, and a little flash of the bloomers. Unfortunately, neither the judges nor Hoyt were terribly impressed, but she did have the sparkliest costume, did she not, Ash?
She did.
You know, not a lot from Mrs. F this season. However, she did go Grambo on us right there at the end and bring out the big guns, leaving us in breathless anticipation for next year's ensuing mayhem.
Biscuits.
Russell Edgington starts off strong with centuries of werewolf exploitation and a vampire bill-napping. He manipulates, he plots, he eats a prostitute, kidnaps the queen, and finishes by murdering and pillaging an entire television studio, single-handedly terrorizing the entire human race by ripping the spine from the anchor. There is no doubt in my mind Russell Edgington wins the gold.
You know, Ash, the field was tight this year for best all-around pair. Bill and Suki came in with their traditional technique of the star-crossed yet put-upon lovers, but Hoyt and Jessica are creeping up on them with their made-for-each-other but ultimately doomed technique. Eric, of course, is throwing a wrench in the field with his consistent partner relay. The man truly does play on everyone's team.
Eric opens the competition with an attempted partner swap, taking a bullet and macking on Suki.
Bill rebounds and grabs his mate with a finely honed dose of the dark and broody, winning back the audience.
Jessica and Hoyt sneak up in the pack with a 1-2 punch of humor and relatability.
Nicely done, but Eric comes up in the rear with a trick play on Talbot, delivering justice with an inspired blow.
Bill and Suki counter with a formidable display of Mo.
So good at that, but Eric takes the lead with daughter friend Pam and a truly awesome display of the power of the snark-crossed love.
You know I love you more when you're cold and heartless.
Bill and Suki attempt to rebound with a Hail Mary of melodrama and a surprise visit from the Summer's Eve fairy.
Can we dance? To no avail. Eric takes the gold as the most fully developed character of the season.
Yes!
And Pam, because behind every great man, there's a very sarcastic evil vampiress.
The closing ceremonies bring honorable mentions to Tara for best and most consistent use of lip quivering.
Jason Stadcast for the most creative use of paper clips.
And Alcide Herveau for the Please Dear God Don't Put Your Clothes On award.
Thankfully, we know you won't. Lafayette takes the cake as the most inspired non-denominational Inuit sermon ever, and for getting his.
Lafayette.
Cheers! This concludes our coverage of the 2010 True Blood Eve Olympics competition.
Brought to you by
Ashley
and Roth of ThinkHero.com.
Thank you.
Thanks, Roth and Ashley. YouTube is telling me that 15 minutes is approaching. We gotta wrap this up. So you might be asking yourself, what am I gonna do with my life? You know, True Blood's over. There won't be any more vlog updates. I don't have any friends. Things of that nature. You can check out the books. You'll have a great time reading them, and then you'll get to be that one person in the group while you guys are watching True Blood to say, that's not in the book. Oh, that happened differently in the book. You know, that asshole. I mean, that person. It's like, I'm just kidding. I am that asshole. I like to thank all the other vloggers that helped me out with this again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Did we forget some of your favorite moments from this past season? Leave a comment below and let us know what you loved and what you hated about True Blood Season 3. Again, my name is Antonia. I'll see you soon.